Yeah, good afternoon, family. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Shout out to everyone who is just tuning in, rather those who shall be catching us as we continue. Hope you guys had a beautiful week and wishing you a beautiful weekend ahead. My name is Joby, and of course, welcome to another episode of the Africa Today show right here on the media of the 21st century. Today, we're joined by Mr. Black on Fire Network live from his studio, literally, not today hearing some bad chipping type of sounds. I don't know.
Hey,
There's a sound that someone says it's always there, that sound. How are you doing, Kate, today?
I'm good, everybody. How's everybody? How you doing, Joby?
I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Friday
Super
night.
happy, excited for life. Yeah, literally. Nothing much. But yeah, we're today ready for the conversation of Sasha Rally. But before we get into that,
Yep.
again, a quick reminder to everyone to hit that like button as you tune in. If in case, of course, it's your first time, also subscribe. Join us also officially by downloading our app on the Google Play Store. Black Hot Fire Network is the name. Without any space, combine the words literally. Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, you'll get us also on your Amazon TV, Roku TV. We're on Android TV as well. You can listen to the radio, or you can listen to watch the TV segment, watch the previous shows, catch the shows that are live. Depends what time you tuned in. But before we get into that, we're gonna talk about what is happening in Uganda. Museveni has won.
Did it, did it,
Museveni
did it,
is the
was it was
president.
it was there any doubt?
I mean, it was already announced yesterday by his own advisor that he's going to win, that nobody should expect Museveni should, can walk out of power by just you guys standing up and voting. Like, please, what do you mean? And of course, we're also going to talk about a little bit about also Aisha's speed tour in Egypt. Like, I bumped into the original videos literally where he was questioning about why is the nose chopped. And clearly, this even white people can't explain a goddamn thing. You can even hear it from their explanation. They're murmuring, what, can you go to the facts? What happened? Why is the nose missing? Why
They
why
don't-
is the nose not there? Like, why can't you tell
they
people
don't-
just the
they don't-
truth? You
No,
know?
because they're still in African history and cosplaying African people. For all these times they know they're not ancient Kemites, ancient Egyptians. Those are black people, it's Africans, not them. They want to claim that they are us, that they're ancient African people, and they're not. So when they came in, they start chopping up all the. Ain't it funny? They're supposed to say, "Oh, it's decay of the statue." But why is it only just the nose every time? Why ain't the arm or the ear or something? Why is always that Negro nose? So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
because
we're gonna get into
but you see from the face it's African, even without the nose.
hmm I mean, it's many, many, many historical facts, and with evidence, we've seen how they have tried to always chop the nose. Like, it's the nose that is always missing. Even I always forget the name of those big stone-like image
Oh,
that
oh, the ones in
those.
Mexico. Yeah, that's all the way in Mexico. That's over in, those are what's the word? Those are the Olmec statues. Those are all the way over in Mexico and in south of Mexico. Is it Mexico and Honduras? I want to say it's southern Mexico, and I think some also found in either Honduras, Guatemala, or Nicaragua. What's the next country south of Mexico? Whatever that country is. I think it's like I said. I think it's Honduras, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. But yeah, karibu sana Jiba Jaba. Hope you're having a easy Friday. Hope your week has been amazing. But of course, before we get into the major conversation, we have President Yoweri Museveni, who actually is currently leading. They've not said he is the president yet, but he is the current leading presidential on the presidential race with 76%, as Bobby Wine
Is
as Bobby Wine
it,
leads with 19%.
exactly.
Uh,
Is
trails with
overwhelmingly high and ridiculous too. No one's voting for him. You ever notice the world's not coming from? They know his election is phony. That they knew Paul Bear's election is phony. He's a puppet. Why he's there? Nobody's voting for this old senile moron. Oh, this is fake.
And I just love Kenyans on the comment section. They were saying that somebody tell Ruto not to try this in 2027 because it's not gonna be nice.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
not
know.
gonna be nice. Someone also says, still on the comment section, we all know this is all rigged. Of course, it is rigged because number one, the fact that the big red flag is when you see the internet being shut down. Why are you shutting down the internet if the people really love you? If the people really love you and want you back for the presidential seat, openly we should be seeing it like what is happening with the Alliance Health State. Let us see the
Exactly.
love, the people pouring to you,
Exactly.
them being ready to protect you,
Let it be
not you
authentic.
actually trying, yeah, not you going against the people's will, you saying that I want to control misinformation. What are you scared of? You scared because you took this power, number one, illegally, and you're there illegally. There's nothing you've done for the people, and
Yeah.
there's
What?
nothing you're willing to do for the people. Literally, your power actually now is more maintained. This is not even about Ugandans. I think like actually Museveni is more there because of what is happening in Congo, and also Kagame.
Of
They
course.
are
Of
not
course.
actually there because of the
Of course.
people, countries they're serving. The
Of
countries they're
course.
serving is just a title, but the bigger the bigger fish is actually where they get the rest of the wealth is DRC Congo, and that's why the two of them actually are the big, I'd say, most accused, allegedly, of course, by the Congolese people. If the Congolese people know it's Museveni and Kagame involved in what
They know.
happens,
They know that. They know
it's
that's been known.
crazy.
It's been known.
Mm-hmm,
Almost since the only one stopped it years ago was Robert Mugabe when he
mm-hmm,
came. When he came, that was like in '98 when Mugabe and him came to Kigali and to Kampala and told Kagame in no uncertain terms and the '70s they were going to overthrow their ass. But then he got to Congo.
mm-hmm,
So now that those militaries have been weakened, they back in there doing what they do. Of course,
mm-hmm.
that's why that's
Exactly.
why that's why they're there. But
Mm-hmm.
at least I can see some improvement in Wanda. But Uganda, go.
Just one video, come on, kid. Just one video. We just saw one video of a Rwandese woman. Have you seen any other? Maybe I don't know. It's
No, I
just one.
said no. I know. I know. I said I can see at least the benefits of what Kagame stealing. He put that money, some money, back into the building of the country.
Is that the whole country? That is something else we have
I
to
never, I never,
discuss.
I never been to the country. I'll let you go. I never been, so I can't say. I can only say what I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah, because these people again, I'll go back to I'm not leaving my $20 on the street, god damn it. These people already say they're broke. Like, what do you mean? I'm not nah. Just nah. I believe Rwanda is just the beautification is only the same thing with Nairobi. And that's why actually High Show Speed was taken to Nairobi. It was
Oh
not
yeah,
taken to Kibera.
oh yeah.
It's like, because most people actually had already said this. You guys, when Aisha Speed comes to Kenya,
Yeah,
ensure it
you
doesn't
know,
get to Kibera
they,
because
they
we're
said
not
make sure
trying
you
to,
don't. Make sure you don't
yeah,
go
yeah, we're not trying to sell poverty porn, yeah, like the way white
there.
people do it anymore. We want him to see the beauty of the country. And thank God to the organization and the people who organize all this in Kenya ensured that he didn't go to Kibera. Because you can imagine, he's already like, being shocked by these few things,
Of course,
habari
of
yako.
course.
So you can imagine now habari yako in Kibera.
You're right.
What?
You're right. You're right. If we went to that slum, that would be like, chat. What is this?
That would have been crazy. Now that actually would now prove the world right because the white people mostly showcase this negative
Right,
created project.
right,
This is a created project of them that
exactly.
benefits them. Always coming back to Africa to create these fake NGOs, which is a way of stealing money from people, literally the tax-paying people. Help Africans. Africans are in need. Help Africans.
Yeah,
And people are getting tired of that shit.
yeah,
People are getting
finally,
tired.
finally, yeah, NGOs are nothing but spies. What the number CIA pretend this is an NGO. This is a CIA and a Mossad
Mhm.
NGO.
But still, with that happening, we also had some violence which erupted still in Uganda. That is in some parts of Uganda, as Museveni took a commanding earlier in lead of the presidential election results,
Of
while
course.
opposition leader Bobby Wine was placed under house arrest, literally.
Again,
Early results released on Friday by the Electoral Commission shows Museveni leading with 76% of the votes after tallies from nearly half a polling station. And the funny thing was, seeing these people voting on a basin. So Kenyans have been making jokes of Ugandans. How are you voting on a basin? A basin, a bathing basin, like a mopping basin. I don't even know how we call that. Who even uses a basin
A
today?
bucket.
We barely use basins today. Personally, I only have like two basins, and I never even bought them. They were like a gift to me, literally. Who uses basins today? It's crazy. But um
What if your country's impoverished? Is what impoverished countries do.
get it, but shit, it's crazy. But yes, the same Bobby Wine followed with 19%. While six other candidates shared the remaining votes. What remaining votes? 1%, 2%. Museveni seeking an extended to extend his rule beyond 40 years in power. Museveni says that he expects to win 80% of the vote, and he quotes, if there is no cheating, that is what he said. And Bobby Wine, however, alleges that widespread fraud during the election. He claims authorities manipulated the progress and restricted transparency to enforcing a nationwide internet blackout. So, of course, these were not clean election. This was expected. It's nothing new in Africa, neither the world. Don't be shocked if you see next year Trump being a president, despite him yapping that, oh, I'm scared I'm going to be impeached. If they want him there, he's going to be there. And he's quite good with it, sadly. I kind of like Trump, and sadly, most of the people also like Trump. That's the crazy thing. I've also seen some Africans talking about, they're like, man, Trump is the definition of a leader because this man is so brutal with it. Like,
Like
on your
people like
face,
people like power, Joby. And
on
African
your
leaders and African leaders on the world don't have any power. So people respect
mm,
power. So Trump
mm,
is having, even though it's not really Trump behind the scenes, Trump is a puppet, as Snowby has said, but he reflects power. You know, Africans can't do that outside their goofy countries. They don't have any power. It's no real power. Like this guy, like Joby showing these people these old raggedy ass truck right here and this thing, this old raggedy shit.
mm-hmm,
This
exactly.
old raggedy ass truck right here. This the state military, old raggedy ass shit.
Crazy. But more stories still developing, also still in Kenya. Again, white privilege. Let me call it the white privilege. How
Yeah,
they think everywhere they can go, they can just do what they want.
of
So there's
course.
this woman, white, where
Yeah,
she actually did smash a matatu window. And let me tell you, maintaining a matatu, do you know what matatus? Please respect people's work. I feel like people, please respect people's work. People, because you think I'm working on a matatu, you think I'm poor. Actually, the actual fact, because personally I've worked on a matatu before as a tout, these people make a lot of money in a day, leave alone even a motorbike, a matatu. You're talking about carrying 14 passengers or even 32 passengers. It depends with the type of matatu you have. Now imagine collecting 50 bob or 100 bob from 32 passengers from like 10 trips, literally.
it's still
From like,
working. If you want to do, it's still working. The donation page, just go to or just use PayPal, or you can go down and use our Cash App. We got Cash App right here. Cash App is right here. You guys always say it don't work. I know it worked because our main benefactor sent some money. I think it was like Tuesday. So I know it works. It's working fine. There's no problem with the donation page, guys. But go ahead, Joe.
okay, so let me just share this video very quickly.
Mm.
So I was saying maintaining a matatu is not cheap, number one, because these people, not only apart from working so hard, maintaining the car also is literally a lot of expenses. And especially if, I'd say for the matatu culture, like the one I show speed came to check,
That's expensive.
literally those are heavily maintained. Leave alone, there's some other matatus that actually you get on, you're gonna walk away there with some bed bugs, like some, literally they're so dirty,
Wow.
like literally very dirty, they're not maintained. But the real matatu culture, which we show you guys how matatu culture is, they're very maintained, cleaned every day. The seats are washed every single time. The windows and everything is always maintained, because also the police officers take a lot of money from these people, just from every it's called a scout. Every scout, you going for the first scout, the second scout, and especially if you're not really that much known of a driver on the road, they're gonna like be harassing you every single time. But once you make that relationship, because that's also what police, and again, us embracing
Oh,
corruption.
but tell us what happened with this lady.
Oh, okay. She beat up the matatu window, and I love the way Kenyans actually held her accountable, because white people normally escape with this kind of
Of course.
behaviors. That's
Let me
the
say
point.
what exactly. In Africa they do. Not in other countries they don't. Not in the white. In Africa they do. So what? Why was I mean? What was her reason for breaking windows?
No reason,
Okay.
exactly. No
Yes.
goddamn reason. So white people again very arrogant when it comes to Africans. They're
She,
gonna walk away with anything every single time. But I love the fact
she must have been arrested. She must have been held for the police.
they were almost beaten. Now that's why I'm sharing the
Good.
video.
Let's see.
Amepiga kiagari, amepiga kiagari
I'm African.
bana, huyu anaomba umbanga tena, amevunja anapiganga.
Yeah, so that is what is happening. I just love that confidence of Africans literally being able to do that, because for so long, again, it goes back to dignity. When will you literally take back your dignity as an African person of not allowing people to always spit on your face, and you wiping their spit and letting them walk out? That is what I think that video should actually be educating us. But on the last video, as I give you the chance, Keith, since you're cutting me short on the videos I'm sharing, let me share the ISO speed.
I didn't get that. I told you keep going. I'm
Mhm.
I read jibber jabber when it says, Keith, you gotta fiddle around to do a custom amount. It takes a few minutes. Yeah, okay. So just takes a minute. Just listen to jibber jabber. Because it does work. Just take your time and figure it out. It's pretty easy. You just put the amount you want to put in there. You put your credit card in there, debit card, push enter, it'll take it, or you just go to if you have a PayPal account, you go straight to PayPal and it goes straight to PayPal as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we also had Aisha Speed who went to Egypt. We had shared this earlier on my show, but I'm gonna show it again because I
Now,
don't think we should the original.
now, yeah, but this is funny. He said, "Where's her nose?" That's not a her. That's a man. That's that. I don't like using the Greek term. It's called they call it the Sphinx. See, they came and changed all the names when white people invaded. We still call it the Sphinx today. Black people didn't call that statue the Sphinx. It's called Haru Maku, something like that. I can't even pronounce it. But it wasn't called the Sphinx. But he said, "Where's her nose?" Because the Arabs chopped it off. At least one Arab told the truth. We came and chopped it off to show that this thing is not God. Remember, they were coming with their groupie Islam. That was new when they were made. So they said this thing looks like a god. Let's chop up the nose. Prove it ain't proof. That wasn't what they were doing. They were just there because it's African. That's what they were doing. All the big statues, the little statue, all statues. But go ahead, Joe.
What happened to her nose?
Her nose. She's 2020. You don't know.
Why is her nose cut off?
Her. Keep saying her.
Did it fall off, chat?
Everyone ask me when you just come here who I think is without nose. It's famous from Egypt and some countries. Who
See,
broke a nose?
and
The
as you
history
see,
of Man Makrizi from
they got
Islamic
they got
era.
they got none of the black. You still got black Egyptians that live in Denmark. You never see them. They live in the southern part on the Sudanese border. The original, some of the Egyptians that never left. But you don't see these Arabs explaining shit. They ain't got nothing to do with them. Not their culture. Nothing to do with these people. They invaded and now have control of the country. Have nothing to do with them trying to teach you some shit about Africa, and they don't know nothing about it. Go ahead, Joe.
Mhm.
Write inside his book and say, a man his name Sa'im al-Dahr do this. But why? Why Sa'im al-Dahr do this? Because he won't be proof. For some people, it is just a statue, just stone, not God. For this, he just broke a nose and say he can protect himself.
See,
What
that's
he do?
it.
He just stone.
Oh, so he was trying to prove that the statue was not a god.
Not a god.
Whatever said the statue
So he
wasn't.
broke the nose.
The Egyptians, the Africans never made it as a god. So that's coming up with what they when they came with their group of Islam, right? Their brand new fake religion. That was never worshipped as a god. That's why they didn't know that. You know,
Hmm.
that's why when you go, it's all you got trash and shit all around, and they don't take care of it because it's not their culture. It's not them. Anybody's been in Egypt know I'm telling the truth. And you like, I don't even. That's what I told Shemaya there. I said, I don't even want to go back. I'll take the staff there and go back up with them first time to look. But when I go, but I never go back as a single person because it's just disgusting. Because you know they don't take care of that because it ain't them. They don't care. They don't care. Like you got vandalism. You got trash everywhere. You know, it's crazy. Cigarette butts and shit. They were like, what is this, man? What is going on? Because it's not them. That's why they were. That's why they were selling all. That's why they were selling all these. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. That's why they. That's why they. Were selling all these mummies to Europeans when they were eating them. They were coming out eating all these mummies, but most of the mummies are gone because Europeans wanted to uh, 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 and consume us. So they would be eating. So the big thing about eating mummies, you know. So these mummies. This is all African tradition, nothing to do with these people. That's why they had no problem selling all these artifacts away to Europe because it had nothing to do with them. But they want to claim it since it's the most glorious civilization that's ever existed. It's been Kemet. There's been no known civilization that's ever surpassed ancient Kemet, and that's why they want to claim it. These people were in Africa then. That's the whole funny part. Kemet comes up from the Congo, starts pushing all these different Africans from West Africa, Central Africa, East Africa, culminated up in that place called Kemet, and also Sudan. That's why they run around stealing. The war in Sudan, right? They've been stealing artifacts in the Sudan. Shout out to the Sudanese, got like I said, to steal their history, to make them like, we were Arabs in here too. The Arabs were here. These white have made up Arabs were here. It's a stealing of African people's history. See, once you steal your history, they erase you. It's erasure. That's what they've been doing.
Okay, we'll continue.
Yeah, they're eating mummies and smoking
What
them.
happened to her nose? Wait, I have a question. Why is his nose gone? What happened to her nose?
Like that two reasons. First one, because the
Why is her nose cut
factors
off?
is the weakness point of the statue.
You can
The
see that's
original factor.
African. It's not this lady's phenotype.
Did it fall off, chat?
Everyone asks me when you come here why Sphinx is without nose.
It's not a
It's famous
phenotype.
from Egypt and some countries.
Hold on. Oh, okay.
Broke.
Okay. Sorry, Kate. I think
Go ahead.
it's double pain.
And maybe the second reason because aliens come before after this king tried to prove his nose to be strong.
Oh. So just the ego thing, huh?
Yes.
No, and then do the ego thing.
Wait, I have a question.
It's not these people. You should all of them exactly that cat talk. But look.
Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity. That's just why they chopped those noses off of the pharaoh and the sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with that nigga nose, it can only be niggas. Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off. Or no chins missing. No, just the nose. Black people.
Literally, should tell you a lot. Should tell you a whole lot. But yeah, that is some of the news and updates, or rather, some of the things I wanted to share. Keith, I'm gonna allow you to take over with the conversation of Sasha Raleigh. I saw Jibba Jabba asking who is Sasha Raleigh.
Sasha Raleigh. That's what you guys got to get on TikTok. They're gonna start shitting. I know they changed the algorithm by the 22nd because the cats got it now. But Sasha Riley is an individual who was a child, right, who was adopted and then trafficked. And so we know what the elite, we know what the elites do, right? So excuse me, guys. So this is a young boy who was trafficked in elite circles. Now coming out saying that these elite people had all these children, allegedly, right? Allegedly, but he said he'll take a polygraph, and he gave testimony. So it means, prove me a liar, right? So he said take a polygraph test, whatever you want him to take. So he's saying as a child, he was adopted at 7 years old. And so the man that adopted him, of course, like they do, like that nasty Negro with adopted that white man he can have sex with, right? But anyway, so they adopted Sasha, and so he was now put into a whole ring of sex abuse, allegedly. We got to do allegedly. He's put in this sex abuse ring that had Donald Trump and other elites that would come by and have children given up to them so they can sexually assault them, allegedly. So they become and sexually assault them allegedly, then also unalive them, allegedly. They would drink we know about the drinking of the blood, allegedly. So Sasha now came out and it's hit the internet because this interview actually was 2 years ago, back in 2020, well, 3 years ago, back in 2023, when he exposed everything. He said, Trump would come and have sex with him, and then they would also unalive some children. See, remember all these missing kids they never found. So allegedly, all these kids are black women, all this stuff, all these people go missing and never found. So we just say allegedly. So Sasha claims, these are his claims, that Donald Trump had been raping him since he was a 7-year-old child, allegedly. And so, and then he says, as he got a little older, Donald Trump allegedly wanted him to penetrate him from, these guys do this. Basically, they want you to penetrate them. And so since he didn't want to do it, he said he took a stick with all kinds, he had a stick with nails, and he put a condom on it and shoved it up in Trump's butt, allegedly. He picked it up in there, and Trump got cut all up and was medevaced. He said that happened in Trump's residence down in Florida, in Mar-a-Lago, allegedly. So we're going to share some of these videos. What Sasha was saying, it's all on. I'm going to have Joey go to Substack too. It's a longer version. I remember you guys. I think we're going to open up because Substack is supposed to be one of the few places you can actually tell the truth. That's why this whole thing is on Substack. I haven't seen it on YouTube at all, but it's on Substack and TikTok for right now. Substack's another social media platform that you can get on and tell that it's supposed to be uncensored as much as possible, right? As anybody can be uncensored. So go ahead, Joey. So these are gonna be the stories about Sasha in his own words when he's a child. He also became a pilot, so his credibility is real, right? His credibility is real. So they're going to try to destroy him, or he's gonna be unalived in some weird way, right? So now it's blowing up all over the internet. So go ahead, Joey.
Okay.
I want to talk some more about the things that Sasha Riley has said. What you need to understand is that Sasha Riley is willing to say these things in front of Congress and in a courtroom. They are willing to take a polygraph test. There is evidence that's being collected today to corroborate the things that Sasha Riley has said. Now, even people in the Red Hat crew want to believe that the island dude was filming these proclivities of all these men to blackmail them. And we know that to be true, too. What you may not know today, and what you will learn if you take the time to listen to Sasha Riley, is that the videos and the taping of the proclivities of those disgusting monsters, because they're not men, dear. They're monsters. Those videos weren't just used to blackmail men in power, they were also used to blackmail the victims. These monsters not only abused, beat, and tortured and murdered the victims, but they forced the victims to beat one another, torture one another, and in some instances, unalive one another. They used that as leverage to keep the victims quiet and in their place, to make them obey. Sasha Riley recounts an instant just like that. He, a victim himself, was forced on several occasions to beat the other victims in fighting matches. He was made to victimize other victims as well. And in one instance, he was made to unalive one of the victims. They used that against him. They told him he'd keep his mouth quiet, but he would end up the same. Daddy Dumpy Pants is not a man, he's a monster. Andy Biggs is not a man, he's a monster. Jim Jordan is not a man, he is a monster.
And the allegation, and also allegation come out saying he's saying that, you guys know who's the most oldest Uncle Tom coon we got, right? On the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas. As this young man is saying, he's the only, because we don't do shit. Like I said, Clarence Thomas, who's a old fade Uncle Tom, yes, a boss Negro, right? He's the only black man he's seen there participating in all these wickedries. Clarence Thomas. So we know Clarence Thomas has a hate for black people. Of course he would be there, right? And so that's what's happening. I that's my thing wrong. So he's also saying that Clarence Thomas was the only black man he's ever seen in any of these high up situations of them unaliving kids and essaying children allegedly. So these are his testimonies. I'm just reporting what he's saying. I don't have no idea whether it's true or not. Google. Allegedly. These are his words, not mine. So go ahead, Joey.
I encourage everybody today to listen to what Sasha Riley has to say. It's hard to hear, but everyone should hear it. And I do mean everybody.
It's disturbing.
You need to know the truth. You can go to Substack and find these audio recordings.
You have no idea how psychopathic
all you have to do
people that run this planet
is search on Substack.
Well, okay, so should I go now to the second video? The way you've aligned them, right?
Yeah. Let's go to the second one. I should have. So there you go. Clarence Thomas is in the interview with Sasha Riley, saying he's the only black man he's seen in essaying children, allegedly. That he's the only black man he's seen in there. This Uncle Tom, yes, a boss Negro, was anti-black, married to one of the ugliest white women you ever seen, allegedly. He's always been a tool for the white establishment, and openly bribed. That's why this moron was put on the highest court on the land of America. This crooked judge, allegedly. So he's been implicated also in those files, in those tapes, allegedly, doing ungodly things, allegedly. So you guys can read that for yourselves. But Joey, stop, because they're not gonna say any talking on this. You just read it for yourself.
It says Sasha Riley says Clarence stands out because he was the only black person of ever at these parties. Sasha remembers when Thomas was appointed to the Supreme Court, and Sasha's father was really excited that there was someone so high up in a lifetime appointing that was involved in the ring. Mm, that's what it says.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me go to the third one.
Whole bunch of people. It's just
Yeah.
that from
So,
my childhood
so it's
perspective,
awesome. This Tasha in his own words. And this is the part of the interview that's on Substack. Go ahead, Joe.
what I saw, or what I thought that I saw, was he was the big boss. Donald Trump was the big boss, and then Epstein was like you said, like the manager or something. And then you had lower level people like my dad that kind of went out and found girls or coordinated, at the ground level of
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah. So in terms of
Even Epstein himself, he just sought out people like my dad that would sell, their adopted child, their actual child, or whatever. So those are the different layers of people.
yeah. But that Trump was involved in a lot of the planning, micromanaging, filming.
Certainly the payouts.
Yeah.
Because I know that when I was offered to Trump, the excitement that was in the house from Lynn, particularly, was that this is going to be the big payday. We have made it up to the highest level of this thing, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would sell me at a lower level to people that they knew. Not this is outside of the parties, but obviously they don't have the type of money that these rich folks have, so that wasn't really a big payday, and they were nervous about taking that kind of money because they were accepting this large amount of risk for really little amount of reward. And they were excited to make it to the level of Donald Trump, because I think the payday that they were supposed to get was $25,000.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been another sum, but that's just the sum that I remember. And that may not sound like a lot, especially today, but for our standard of living, that would have been a fairly sizable chunk of money.
Mm-hmm. And we spoke about, in terms of the years, when you were about 9 to 10 years old, maybe 8 years old, until about 13. And most of the parties, there were only 3 or 4 kids there. Sometimes only you.
Now, you keep hearing the same stories over and over again. That girl that Joby showed like last year, the year before last, and the same thing. It's the same thing. Everybody's not crazy, right? Everybody's not making this stuff up. No way everybody can have the same story of the same elite people around the world. Okay? So when there's smoke, there's fire. So allegedly, this stuff is heinous, but are we surprised, really? Is anybody really surprised by hearing these things? How they control, because they control all social media. That's why numbers, that's why we can never grow. We had 17, we had 21, you go back, because the people that run this world are the most psychopathic, allegedly heinous individuals in existence. They're groomed to be this. That's why the world is so full of war and angst and poverty. They got all the money. Why can't they solve poverty? They got enough money to get rid of poverty, but they won't do it. All these fake UNICEF and UN movements and all this other nonsense. Why won't they? Because they got enough money to have everybody not be poor. Why don't they do that? You ask these common sense questions. Because they want poor people. They want you desperate so they can do the things they do, allegedly. They want a victim. You're talking about a whole predatory system with predatory people, predators. All right? That's why all these missing children never get solved. But these missing children never get solved. They just, every year, all these kids just disappear, never to be seen or heard from again. There's a bunch of kids. You look at the numbers globally. How many kids are missing every year? And it's virtually the same number every year. How's that possible? How's that possible? All these children are being abducted every year, and there's never no redress. There's never nobody being called out and going to prison for this. To let you know, this SA thing, right, is on a level so industrialized that we can't fathom it. And so when somebody comes out and says it, it kind of shocks the brain because it sounds outlandish. What do you mean, the president of the United States? But you know, these presidents now, ever since they killed Kennedy, are all wicked, all controlled demons. Every last one of them. They all got the they all have had the proclivity towards children. That's how they keep them as their puppets, right? Obama allegedly, Bush allegedly, Bush daddy was president back in the 80s and early 90s. Remember his thing, and it's a big old thing because he had to wrap his up because they were stealing children allegedly out of Nebraska. And Papa Bush's favorite thing was little black girls, little black boys. He wanted that black booty. That was his allegedly his favorite. He wanted to put his old white cold penis in a white baby girl, a black baby girl. And then allegedly the stories about him throwing them up. After he got done, he just throw their ass out the damn helicopter. And because these were disposable children that no one really knew about. These are the stories, allegedly. We know about Bill Clinton. You know, Bill Clinton went down, who was president, you know, when we did we shared the video of American Me. He said, I don't care what you boys do, but I'm walking out of here and ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. Like, what? When Bill Clinton was just the governor of Arkansas and he got to work from the big boys, they called Bill, said, Bill, let him go. That's our man. Yeah, you had FBI, DEA, ATF all around right there. Because, you know, just like Museveni, see, in Uganda, Bill Clinton already been promised to be president of the United States because he was part of the club. They already said, you're going to be the next president, do what you're told to do. So we already know that Bill Clinton had a problem keeping his penis in his pants. Right, we know that. And we know Jeffrey Epstein used to visit, keep it real, Joe, and problem keeping his penis in his pants. So we also know that Jeffrey Epstein was constantly visiting Bill Clinton while he was president. Okay, why would he be meeting with Jeffrey Epstein when he was president back in the 90s? Because this is all connected. One, I told you, ain't no Republican and Democrat and all that nonsense. Like Joe said, they all work together for these people behind the scenes. When you get thinking, oh, it's Jeffrey Epstein was with Trump, who's now Republican, with Bill Clinton, who was a Democrat. You know, and Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama, he was already allegedly a filthy person known as Bathhouse Barry. He was already known as a raving LGBTQ individual before he ain't never came out the closet. He was already known as being that, but we didn't know in the black community because we never invested. It was like, Barack Obama. You see, as we talk, all our numbers go down. That's on purpose. See that? So,
yeah, they're going down.
Yeah, of course. And this is what something people want to hear. So that's why our numbers are always strangled. Because none of these other morons are going to talk about this. So you see, this has been the normal thing. Remember, guys, 10 years ago when the Pizzagate came out and the leak covered it up? Yeah, that was doing when Obama was president. You had the same usual suspect. It was all about children rape. They had them writing down the secret codes. Remember the codes that Obama said, I need this many hot dogs, this many pizza. Hot dog meant a white boy, pizza meant a black girl. All these code talk they were talking, And so we know the proclivity to be in these high places the elite that actually run the world, you must do this to be clicked in. Allegedly. But go ahead, Joe. We continue.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was
They
this
would
sort of the
almost
different.
always have,
Yeah.
and they would almost always have at least one girl there. So I'm sure that the mentality of that would be, to have a boy or a girl to choose from. And there may have been children at these parties that were in attendance that I just didn't see.
Yeah.
Because I was being abused, in like a bedroom of the farmhouse or some other location. And there could have been more people there. I can't really say exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
You get kind of just from a standpoint of the experience, you very much just kind of lock onto your surroundings.
File ring. Different.
Okay, so that's the third one. If I'm not wrong, let me go to the fourth one.
Iraq these last few days. Williams,
When you look at systemic racism,
does it all make sense now? Unless you've been living under Iraq these last few days. William Sasha Riley, a young male victim at the time, a boy, of Epstein abuse, came out with his full interview, recorded interview. And in it, he lays out that it's the Epstein elite that included the likes of Donald Trump that did more than sexually abuse children. They snuffed them out. They abused them and then they snuffed them out. And he witnessed a lot of it. And this all makes sense. Number one, listen to his interview. It's being posted on all social media platforms in multiple parts. You have a duty to listen to him. I have a duty to listen to him. And then we all have a duty to share, but also create so much content around it, because not one news publication, not one outlet is covering it. He comes across as extremely credible. He grew up, he got out of it, he went into the military. There's no sense of craziness or anything about how he delivers himself. Very credible. But number two, if you look throughout history of those who get off on abusing people and then unaliving them for the thrill of it, it's always been the rich, powerful, often political elite. It's always been them.
I feel like personally, just let me give my thought of it. This has to go back to I think what we're discussing, was it this week or last week, the demiurge, literally, like
the demiurge. Yes.
Yeah, it has to go back to
it does. Yes.
spirituality, because
Figure
how
it
do you mean you finding thrillness in killing and aliving people like that is unfathomable. Like, what do you mean you get enjoyment and pleasure?
They get thrilled as they snap out somebody's life.
Children, raping children, torturing them. This is crazy. And then it's crazy because it hits me now. Used to see kind of some images, you'd see, no, you won't actually know their children because they are wearing makeup. They make them put makeup to look like adults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you won't even.
What do you think the child beauty pageants are about? Why you got little girls in beauty pageants?
This is crazy. So this is very spiritual.
That's number two. Number three.
Now you're able to connect the dots, but you go even deeper. See how much you've grown. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is spiritual.
when you look at systemic racism, you're
Okay.
Does it all?
That's the end of it. And I think the last one, let me see. I think that was the last one, Keith.
That's the last one? That's more than this. Let's hit you one more.
Oh, there's one more, yeah. Okay, sure. Let me check that. Did I put it already? Oh, okay. It is.
Okay, so we've all had a few days to digest the Sasha Riley testimony. So let's discuss. Sasha Riley gave sworn testimony describing alleged conduct and experiences that raise major concerns. At this stage, these are allegations presented under oath, not verdicts, not conclusions, and certainly not internet speculation. And here's why that matters. Testimony exists so claims can be evaluated with evidence, cross-examination, and due process, not ignored and get distorted. Taking testimony seriously does not mean assuming guilt, and respecting due process does not mean dismissing people that come forward. Both things can be true at the same time. What's concerning isn't just what was said, it's how quickly some people rush to silence discussion altogether rather than simply allowing the facts to be examined. If testimony is false, evidence will show it. And if it's credible, it damn sure deserves accountability. A functioning democracy doesn't panic at testimony, it investigates it. Listening is not judgment, and silence is not justice. Share your thoughts in the comments section.
Yeah, literally.
Now stay on TikTok, Joe, and go into say type in the Pizza Gate scandal. Say Pizza Gate scandal and see what pops up. So we know this all happened under Obama. Same shit. And they try to brush under the rug.
Pizzagate was a moment where
Sorry.
Go, Joe.
2016.
10 years ago.
WikiLeaks dumped a bunch of emails from the Hillary Clinton campaign. Everyone everywhere was going, oh my God, these are insane. And one of the things was a big part, and the reason why people QAnon formed and all this different stuff was based around this one email about, do you want to get a pizza? And people said that pizza, cheese pizza in particular, is code. That code is for child pornography. And they went down this whole entire list, and that spurned QAnon, all these different things. The reason I bring that up is I actually called you. I had a show in Washington, D.C. On Sunday night. Thank you to all the fans who came out to that. A lot of people afterwards said that they love Crashing Out. They heard about the show through there, and they just love it so much. But I called you to tell you about the fans, and I was driving on Connecticut Avenue, and all of a sudden I looked to my right, and there it was, Comet Ping Pong, the actual pizza place that was the center of the Pizzagate conspiracy, that doesn't even have a basement, that a man went into with a AR-15.
Because it's Pizzagate. All of this is just Pizzagate, but it can wind up far deadlier than Pizzagate. Children are some of the easiest things to weaponize. The idea of protecting children. You could literally tell any single lie that something is about to harm children, and people without any evidence or proof will leap to the opportunity to protect those children. Because often the need to protect children overrides any sort of common sense people have, whether that be fact checking or even.
This is them trying to protect Obama. And so we know the Pizzagate thing was real. This is a Democrat shield saying crazy. We know it was real because we know in those emails that WikiLeaks just released. We know what they were doing. Type this in Google and say the Pizzagate WikiLeaks letter. So we know with this letter they were speaking in code. So we're not crazy. We know this was code talk about children. And this moron trying to say, you see these people like, oh, you don't see what you really see. And then we go back and then we went down a rabbit hole and going to the Podesta brothers, their weird art of naked children in their homes and all this other weird shit. And we know all these things keep happening over the good. Here we go again with the same Pizzagate shit. Over and over again. It keeps happening. But since they control everything, that's why the news ain't even picking up. Remember, the news didn't want to pick up Pizzagate.
Just a minute, because I'm seeing a lot of titles of conspiracy theory. I'm trying to get the right link to.
I was going to say conspiracy theory. That's what they do. Like when they say, shoot, when they killed John Kennedy, shot him in the head. Oh, it's a conspiracy to think that this lone gunman that we say didn't kill him
So actually, I have a good one. Found a good one, which is explaining the
There you go.
whole connection.
Okay, good.
I can see, of course, Barack Obama mentioned. We have WikiLeaks email, Hillary Clinton, Democratic Operative.
Hey, you
Okay, so
found that on TikTok?
no, on
Oh,
Google.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, you've taught me how to go to good links. So yeah, the Pizzagate connection is connected to. We have the handkerchief, WikiLeaks. We have Hillary Clinton, John Pedestal,
Sorry,
Tony Pedesta. I mean,
Podesta.
John Pedesta. Yeah, Tony Pedesta. Cooking parties, going back to still the pizza party. We have the weird art, which
I
is
told you, real art of naked children, naked
yeah,
babies all on their walls. Who's
yeah.
got who's got children of tied up children as artwork?
Mhm. And we also have, of course, Comet Ping Pong.
Ping pong pizza.
Barack Obama, like you
And guess
mentioned.
who owns Comic Ping Pong? Of course, they changed the name. A Rothschild. What a coincidence! What a coincidence that what's his name is a Rothschild.
So actually,
Change.
this explains very well. We have the Comet Ping Pongs are the ones who sell to the Pizzagate. We have James Alefantis, who
He's
is
not a
the
Ponte, right there.
owner.
James Alefantis, his name, but he's not Alefantis. He's a Rothschild. See, we went down. When we were doing the research 10 years ago. Oh, he's a Rothschild. That
Mhm,
they always change their name. Remember the Rockefellers and Rothschilds only changed their name because Bill Clinton is a Rockefeller. We
mhm.
know that.
We have Barack Obama, who is the original
President.
fundraiser. That's how they're terming him. I don't know, original fundraiser or original fundraiser. And also we have from to the Democrats to James Alfantis to Hillary Clinton. We have the former relations, then Hillary Clinton to John Pedestal, that is the campaign chairman. John Pedestal, Tony Pedestal, they're the brothers. Then from Tony Pedestal to the weird art, that is the collector of cannibalism, satanism, pedophilia, human trafficking,
Exactly.
underground tunnels,
And it's funny.
secrets.
What exactly? What is Barack Obama doing with people have pedophilia on their walls and Satan worship and all? Because it's the same shit you see with Donald Trump. Same people. And from behind the scenes, people that really run this planet are implementing all that. That's why these people are in these positions. Well, you got Bill Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton, and that fake marriage.
Mhm. We also have the secret code, the neighboring businesses, and Instagram post, which all of them lead, of course, to the Pizzagate. Maybe expounding a little bit on that, which they're calling, of course, a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
The
I'm
same
surprised.
as
Exactly. So it was a conspiracy. I'm surprised they was allowed to stay on Google right now. I'm surprised.
in a span of few weeks, a false rumor that Hillary Clinton and her top aides were involved in various crimes snowballed into a wild conspiracy theory that they were running a child trafficking ring.
This is how you connect the dots. Her person was Amadi, whatever goofy name was. So you connect the dots so you know that you're telling the truth at the line. Because remember, Amadi, that's kind of name her first name, Hillary Clinton's top secretary husband was the pedophile who was always popping up showing his dick to children. Anthony Weiner. I remember Joe, we looked that up too. So we always connect the dots so you don't think we're crazy. Right? All this stuff all connects. They're all around children and doing wicked shit. So we know Uma Abedi, his name, Uma Abedi's husband was Anthony Weiner, the cat with the hat, who was always caught every time showing his dick to little girls. Always. Right? And so we know you had a film out there that allegedly, now I looked this up. Now we know these police don't exist anymore. That the New York police got a hold to of Hillary Clinton, Uma Ahmadine, all these elite people sodomizing children and allegedly unaliving them. And you go on a dark web, you can find it was called Frazzle Drip. Right? Allegedly. We're going allegedly. So it's always a conspiracy theory, right? But you can connect the dots and everything. They want to tell you, don't believe what you see. So through this video that was found on the dark web, that released allegedly having Hillary Clinton, Uma Ahmadine essaying a child and then unaliving that child allegedly. Always go back to the same shit again, huh? Essaying them and unaliving them. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Because like Joey's got it right, this is spiritual. Boy, you better believe this is spiritual, baby. So anyway, okay. I want Joe to open up another tab. Say disgrace on Google. Say disgrace congressman. You can do it on YouTube. There's a video of it. Say the disgrace Congressman Anthony Weiner. I think he spelled. And the funny app was Weiner. Always showing his Weiner to people, children. How you spell Weiner? I think it was Weiner. Joe. Say disgrace Congressman Anthony Weiner gets caught again showing his private parts to children. Stuck that up. So let's let you know. And he was the one with the video of alleged video of Uma Ahmadine and Bill and Hillary Clinton, because the police came after him and found his laptop with all this child porn on it, and he listed that him, and he listed that as insurance, because if they get me, same thing Donald Trump said, if they get me, I'm taking everybody down with me. So he had all this proof on his wife and all the other leaks what they were doing. So he said, if you guys leave me to the wolves and don't protect me, I got me insurance program. So on that video of all that wicked shit on there, he lists insurance, my insurance program. This for me. I know I'm doing wicked shit too. So if you don't protect me from the police when I get caught, I'm gonna give this all up. Y'all going down with me, right? So the alleged police got a hold of this guy's laptop and seen them videos. They were like, oh, and they said, and you can go look this. I looked, all those police are dead. Every one of those people that looked at that laptop of Anthony Weiner are dead. They said allegedly, they said when they looked at, they were so distinct. They said, yeah, grown men and they're crying. They looked at that disturbing shit of essaying and then unaliving children allegedly, and they started just bust out crying. And they went outside, started throwing up. But they should have known that the real people were going to come to see them. And today, so let's say they didn't see nothing. But the people that allegedly saw that video on that DVD, that's not alleged. They are no longer with us. Okay? See how the numbers keep going down to nothing now? See this? Now we got 13. So whether they seen it or not, people that supposedly, allegedly seen this happen, right? They're no longer with us. But they tell you don't connect dots and you're crazy. And I joke with conspiracy theory. Everything's a conspiracy theory that's true. COVID-19 is conspiracy theory. So you got people today still pushing that shit in Africa and America and black community. I listen to some black channel. Hey, you got to go get your shot and blah, blah, blah. I said, this is a black channel? Still pushing that shit to black kids. Got somebody on there. Hey, go get your COVID shot and blah, blah, blah. What? Anyway, go ahead. Play one. Let's see what they say.
You cannot say this while defending Republicans. While Democrats are loyal to their politicians to a fault, you guys are in a fucking death cult. MAGA Republicans at this point are in a death cult.
Oh, yeah.
You can't sit there and scream conspiracy after January 6th. You can't scream conspiracy after the Epstein files not being released. You cannot do it. And isn't it that high schoolers can't even visit the White House anymore because so many people are on a fucking list? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, leftists will sit there and bash Dems for their incompetence and bullshit. But I will sit there and be damned. And sit there, MAGA Republicans coming here saying,
go to the next one. He's not even talking about Anthony. When go to one, yeah, go.
All that have books about them, though.
Right, but the one thing that we did look up that wasn't a conspiracy.
Remember, this dude is a tool. He's a fake. He's like an Alex Jones. He's just there to give you misdirection. That's why his platform is big. This Patrick Bet Davis. This is a phony. He's LinkedIn. This is a phony. He's allowed to talk about only so much because it's out there. They know you guys connect the dots. So they gotta pretend like they're out there connecting the dots with supposedly a truth teller like him or Alex Jones when they're part of the damn system. Like Candace Owens' phony ass. Good.
Theory was the following. And this is the one that's kind of weird. And first thing I ask myself is, how the hell is our guy here, Anthony Weiner, still alive? What do you mean by that? Well, when you go through the list of people that have been close to Hillary Clinton and the Clintons and the Deadpool, this is not a conspiracy. You got the names of James McDougal, okay, Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack. You know, Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered July 1997 at a Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown.
Ron Brown, he died in a plane crash.
Vince Foster was the next one. By the way, the James Dougal was a key witness in a key Ken Starr investigation.
Brown was in a plane crash. Why is he on
plane crash? But there were bullet holes in the back of his fucking head. The African American, whether he's Secretary of Commerce, I think, or one of the, you know, he got to run his mouth too much. He ended up in a plane crash, but somehow he had bullets in the back of his head. But he said he died in a plane crash. He had bullets in the back of his head, you know. Same thing with Gary Webb, when we found out the CIA was putting cocaine in the black community. He committed suicide, supposedly, by shooting himself in the back of the head twice.
Ron Brown is another one, but there was a close person to this. Victor Razor, you got Paul Tooley, Ed Woolley.
Wait a minute, you're reading a list of people that Bill and Hillary Clinton knew. They're 80, they're 70
but wait a
something
minute.
years old.
I'm asking you this question. I'm asking you this question and an answer at the end. So you got Jerry Park.
And they weren't the ones killing the people that had them. People that run the world. You understand, these people are puppets. People that run the world control the CIA and the Mossad. They kill you anytime they want to. Assassination teams everywhere. You out there mind. Go ahead, Joe.
Jane Bunch, James Wilson, Kathy Ferguson, Bill Shelton, Candy Bow, Florence Martin, Susan Coleman, Paula Grover, Danny Casolero.
And this is kabuki theater, like as if he's giving information. And his person, oh, you're this pal. What do you see? What are you doing, pal? This is a conspiracy thing, pal. This all controlled nonsense. So you won't actually go look for yourself. See, dang, all these people all keep dying around the Clintons. Everybody keep getting a bullet in their head, keep getting unalive. What the hell's going on? Oh, you're better than this. You're 77 years old. You're 77 years old now. He was 77 years old 30, 40 years ago. Everybody was dying around there. What are you talking about? See, but you're not supposed to look at this because you can easily connect the dots. Easily. And I always got to do with some child rape, and killing, same old shit always over. Go ahead, Jim. Somebody gets too close and sees some shit. Say, oh, man, who's not supposed? Somebody walks in on some shit not supposed to see. Why are there butt naked children up in there? What's going on?
Paula Wilker, John Parnell Walker, Barbara Weiss. We should verify this yourself because you're running a radio show. You should look it up. Charles Meisner, Dr. Stanley Hurd, Barry Beal, Barry Seal, Johnny Lawhorn.
Can you read me the URL you're reading? Can you read me the URL you're reading?
We'll send you the most credible source.
Let your listeners know what you're reading.
We'll put the link below. We'll put the link below.
Just tell me so I know what I'm responding
Friday,
to.
Kevin Ivey, Dan Henry, Keith Coney.
You don't know all these people died around the Clintons. This has been known. All right. What is this list you're doing? Where can I find the link? What is going on? Get your fake phony ass out of here.
And these were part of the Ivy Henry case. Keith McCaskill.
What's the Ivy Henry case?
You can look it up. Ivy Henry case. So Gregory Collins, Jeff Rhodes, James Milland, Richard Winter, and then you got the close bodyguards, Major William Barkley, Captain Scott Reynolds, Brian Hanley, Tim Sable, General William Robertson.
You don't even know what you're reading a list of. How is this
Densberger, Robert Kelly, Colonel Gary Rhodes, Steve Wills, Robert Williams, Conway LeBlue, Todd McKeon. I'm done. It's 46 names. And
of what? Can you read me the list? Can you read me the URL so I know what you read a list of?
When I finish this, still in the storm.com. You can look it up.
What you see is fake controversy. These are both puppets supposedly playing off each other. They cause you to have misdirection. Because everybody knows he's there to tell you what you already know. That all these people have died around Bill and Hillary Clinton. We already know that. And so this other guy's like, hey, wait, Charlie, what's going on? And it's like they're fighting the fight. They're not. They're both paid puppets of the establishment. They only allow you to frame something within their purview of fake information. You're not supposed to go outside their lines of their thinking and start connecting the dots for yourself. See, this is how fake media works with your oh boy, your Alex Joneses and these people like this. So that's why their platforms are so big. Understand that? You know, they won't bring any value, but this is covered. It's how you playing off each other so you never go and look for yourself what's actually happening. So we know with this that there are a whole bunch of deaths involved with the Clinton, Bill and Hillary. We know that Bill is a Rockefeller. We know this. We know that Clinton ain't his name. We know the Rockefellers soured Clinton, made him the governor of Arkansas. Okay, and we know that go back to Hillary Rodham, trace her back. She's a Rothschild. See, they know you guys know the name, so they switched up the goofy names now. Just like when they did James Alefantis of Pizzagate, right? Of Ping Pong Pizza. You follow him back, and it goes right back to the Rothschild. Why the name is where they come with this Alefantes? And where they come with all these fake names all the time, right? Because we know unequivocally that Bill Clinton is a Rockefeller. That's a fact. Play crazy if you want to, but we know that. He ain't no goddamn Clinton. He's a Rockefeller. See, they mask their names now because they know everybody in the lexicon, everybody knows these names. So now they do all these name changes. You don't know whose name, who all these people. Who these people, right? Change all the names up. He said, Charlie Kirk's wife is a Rothschild. Yeah, you found out Charlie Kirk's wife is a Rothschild? I wouldn't doubt it. Go back and check that history. It's the same old weird shit. You go down that rabbit hole, Charlie Kirk, white, go down her. It's the same. She's a nobody, comes from nowhere, right? Next you know, she's over in Poland with one of these fake NGOs, as Joe would call NGOs, stealing money from Polish people. And she just got out of high school. How's a high school kid got money to start a $1 billion NGO? Like you said, they already clicked in. But you never know it because, of course, they own the media. You know, like, it's the same group of people. It's crazy. That's why I see that, and that's why I don't believe Charlie Kirk is dead. We know anything. We don't know who did it, but we know the whole Charlie Kirk thing's a fake. We know that's in our face. And it's funny, the media never brought it up. You got to go with that fake narrative. Everybody knows that Charlie Kirk assassination was fake. We know that. We might not know who did it, or is he alive? I don't know if he's alive or not. I believe probably lives on the island with plastic surgery, right? But they do. But we know that fake assassination was phony, right? No investigation. Where's the Charlie Kirk investigation? No, nowhere. Did he get assassinated? And then as soon as you see him get assassinated, they picking up everything. They moved all the evidence. Churches shit. Like, what kind of? And they'll put down no yellow tape for the crime scene. Like, what is this? What kind of crime scene is this? You knew the fix was in. This is fake. So we're dealing with an illusionary world run by some really wicked, as Joby said, cats made from the demiurge. That's real. See, now you start connecting the real dots about this being spiritual. That's what this is. Go ahead, Joe. Now go past it now.
And Anthony Weiner exposed himself and the House of Representatives to the distraction of having to deal with sexual pictures of Anthony Weiner that he sent to young women who he met on Twitter. Nancy Pelosi didn't ask for a House Ethics Committee investigation. Nancy Pelosi didn't say she couldn't overrule Anthony Weiner's voters. Nancy Pelosi didn't have to be chased down the hall and asked whether Anthony Weiner should continue to serve on House committees. Nancy Pelosi sat Anthony Weiner down and told him to get out. And the next day, Anthony Weiner resigned from the House of Representatives. And no,
remember, they own the news, so you're giving you another fake narrative. She asked him to resign, and just because he's trying to make it like it's nothing that he was showing his dick to children on Twitter. Right? He showing this. He said he was showing pictures. See why he said showing pictures to people on Twitter. He was showing like Joby said, like these Arabs used to show Joby, these Indians show Joby their dick pictures. So he's a congressman showing his, huh? That what you said? What was that, Shimani? What you guys told me that?
It's the Indians.
Yeah, with the Indians. One of them. So sending they dick pics, all kind of disgusting shit, right? So show their little bitty penises. Ooh, look at my big Indian penis, about to it's big. But watch out, didn't he? So he doesn't mention that these are children. He sent his penis pics to 12-year-old, 11-year-old, and 13-year-old girls. He leaves that out because remember they own the media. So they frame in the narrative. Say, oh, that's not a big deal. He's on Twitter dating, just showing, a lot of men. I ain't never done that. I mean, that's weird. A lot of men show their dicks to women. What? Let me know in the comments. You guys gonna be honest. You guys ever did? That's some creepy shit. And then why would you be with a woman that would accept you showing her your dick in a picture? What's wrong with this goofy bra? So, yeah, so, he's trying to it's called minimize it. She got him out of there. Not that this guy's a pedophile, right? We know he's a pedophile. And so what other pedophile rings is he associated with? And it goes back to Barack Obama, allegedly, the Clintons, allegedly, and Trump and all these people. But the fake news never puts that. They never know how to connect dots. Like, I don't know. He got him out of Congress, and that's the end. Excuse me, guy. So, go ahead, Joe. Let me keep saying it.
You're gone. Okay.
But dick pics, I don't know what they call it. What do we call them? Dick pics. I see sending dick pics to your Nigerian girlfriend. That's how you got her. She's seen your tool.
Member of the House of Representatives had to answer another question about Anthony Weiner. That is what a strong speaker is supposed to know how to do.
Is Weiner, and he's
strong speaker doesn't say.
Why are you showing your wiener to people?
Say, well, his voters voted for him. I can't override them. Anthony Weiner's voters.
So all members have already spoken, and then stand up and wrap your arms around procedure. We see it in the United States Senate every single day where members say, we want amendments, we want debate, we want amendment, but we're still a no. And then we stand up and say, oh, if only we had a different process, we'd vote yes. You vote yes if you believe yes. You vote in favor of something if you believe it's the right thing. If you
this cat with the hat dude right here, never went to prison because this is lewd and lascivious behavior on the internet. I think it's illegal to. I know in America, I think it's illegal to show your dick to a teenager, to a child. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Has he been in jail? Of course, they came and got him, but they released him because he had that insurance policy, as I told you. Remember, he had that laptop called insurance. And he opened it up, and the police in New York opened it up, and Hillary Clinton and all these other people unaliving children and sexually assaulting children, allegedly. Okay? Has he just spent any time in prison? Because we know he did it. We know you got the news admitting he did it. We know, but then they didn't say the age. They said, well, he was on Twitter showing his pictures to people. What? No, he's showing his dick to children. How about that? See, they don't put that out. He was just on Twitter showing his pictures with people. They don't say he was on Twitter showing his dick to kids. They just completely negate that. No, because this is narrative control. It's called mind control. That's why they must own all social media, all network. This is mind control. Go ahead, Joby.
believe it's the wrong thing, you vote no. We are following a procedure. I will not yield to the gentleman, and the gentleman will observe regular order. The gentleman will observe regular order.
Gentlemen, I'm out here in Congress fighting for justice. And when I get done with this, I'm going to find a child on Twitter and show him my dick. Nigga, show him my dick. Say, don't you see my dick? You want some of this? You want some of this? Yeah. I'm a congressman. How old are you? I'm 12. Oh, yeah. Cool. 12. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. See, they don't frame none of this, the real shit in the news. Are you 12? Yeah, 12. It's just something. So that is
If he's going to intimidate people into believing he's right, he is wrong. The gentleman is wrong. The gentleman is providing cover for his colleagues rather than doing the right thing. It's Republicans wrapping their arms around Republicans rather than doing the right thing on behalf of the heroes. It is a shame. A shame. If you believe this is a bad idea to provide health care, then vote no. But don't give me the cowardly view that, oh, if it was a different procedure, the gentleman will observe.
All this. So all you see when they do this, all kabuki theater, because they're controlled by the same cats with their hats. I'm going to look this up too, right before we leave. So I'm going to do this tonight. Same cat with the hats control his ass because he's a cat too, but they control the Republicans. It's all kabuki theater. It's all fake argument back and forth because they, as Joby showed you, the 1% control all these people. It's all fake. This is all a fake argument. This is all fake. Yeah, you believe this? Look at that! You're fighting for your rights and for justice. Yeah, he don't believe in none of this shit. It's all fake. It's all phony.
Regular order and sit down. I will not.
Joby, do this real quick.
The gentleman.
Okay.
Get out of it. Say, I want you to type in on TikTok, say how many members, of the CBC, how members of the CBC are sponsored by AIPAC. So we get on TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok?
Yeah, on TikTok. Go on TikTok. Say that.
Okay.
Say how many members of the CBC, this is the fake black people supposed to represent us. How many members? So you know.
So there was a time when the Congressional Black Caucus was considered to be like the conscience of the nation.
It never was.
And now that's no longer true.
It never was true.
They're just like all these other politicians. They have been bought and paid for.
They've been bought and paid for.
They have sold their souls to AIPAC.
Of course. And who's AIPAC? Oh, say the Rothschilds with me, family. Say the name. Let's get it right. Say the name. So when you're talking about why you never do shit for you, because they're not made to do anything for you. So he's going to list the names, I'm sure. I'm going to list them probably tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow. I'm going to do a different one tonight. Do a fun one tonight. So I can get back in the chair easily. But all these names, and we know that it's not real. It's anti-black. Anti-black. We think all run around Africa, fucking up shit, trolling diamonds, resources. Oh, same people, huh? Allegedly. Go ahead, Joe.
Wonder, like, where are the black politicians? Like, why aren't many of them speaking out on what's happening in Gaza? This is why. And I encourage people to read this article. And the very few black politicians who spoke out on these issues, AIPAC ran them out of office. That's right. AIPAC funded the opposition. The
Rothschilds got rid of
and bought those elections.
Negroes, get your ass
and
out.
Defeated those two black politicians that are mentioned in this article.
I said
who
that
had the courage to
one
stand
from St.
up.
Louis and a boy from New York. Go ahead.
Against AIPAC. So it's just crazy, man. You got some of these black politicians that talk about everything under the sun. They criticize, the Trump administration, and rightfully so. They have so much to say about everything. You can't scroll on social media without seeing their face and hearing their loud mouths.
It's all fake.
But when it comes to the issue of Israel, when it comes to the issue of Gaza, these people...
I don't care about no Gaza. When it comes to the issue of black people, they say nothing. Give a fuck about no Gaza you talking about. Issues of anybody black, it's mum's the word. So when I say, when you got these more common immigrant caucus, you miss me with that immigrant caucus shit. This is bought and controlled Israeli black caucus, what it is. Go ahead, Joby.
are silent or they're parroting the talking points given to them by AIPAC. And it's a shame. You can't claim to be so concerned about civil and human rights while you turn a blind eye to what's happening in Gaza.
Because you just
You
find
can't be claim to be concerned about what
I
Trump
don't
is
give a
doing
shit
and
about
this and
Gaza.
that while
Eric
you've
don't give a shit
allowed.
about me. I don't give a shit about no Gaza. So spare me, dude. I don't give a shit about no Gaza. Let me say in the camera. I don't give a shit about no Gaza. Because those fake Arabs who invaded that part, I don't give a shit about black people. So I don't care about that. I care about these fake black people in Congress who don't represent us. So you just now waking up because they never said nothing about Gaza and people getting killed in Gaza. They never said shit about your motherfucker getting shot in the head down the block from you, stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
Allowed him to give Israel a green light to continue the carnage. And I know right now, there's a quote unquote ceasefire, even though it's been violated multiple times by Israel, and hopefully it'll stay in place. But that doesn't change the fact that many of these politicians are bought and paid for by AIPAC. And if you can be bought and bossed, you can't be relied upon when it
That's
comes
why
to
there's
the
no
issues
such
that
thing
matter
as
to
an
our.
oppositional party. They control all of them. Democrat, because you just see people fighting back and forth over nothing. It ain't funny. Shit never changes. Ain't it funny? That's the whole thing. Shit never changes. They don't ever stop the banks from making fake money. Stop the banks from stealing your money. They'll never do none of that. They don't ever stop black people getting shot in the head, getting hurt in the street. Go to another video, Joe. Get away from this dude.
Here is our good sis Joyanne Reed talking about Hakeem Jeffries on the I've Had It podcast. And I'm inclined to agree with her. Take a listen.
The AIPAC situation is, I went to a meeting of CBC members.
Now, this is the Congolese broad cosplaying as a black American, right? Now she's supposed to have some outrage. And we know MSNBC, when she worked for, they finally fired her. And after they got tired, she couldn't get nobody to watch her, right? For years, it's controlled by the cats with the hats. So this is fake again. This is fake. She never fought for nobody when she was on mainstream media. Never opened a raggedy ass mouth. She was always against black people, right? When we talked about that, these are Russian bots, these black people, and they try to claim our movement in the streets as if that had anything to do with her ass. But you're not sure what black people thought who the ones fighting in the streets back in the day. Nothing to do with your fucking people, bro. You from the Congo. Your people didn't fight for shit over there. What are you talking about? Try to cosplay us, and now sitting there talking about AIPAC. Because look, these Negroes never mentioned AIPAC. That's why you never see the new fake black media. Tariq, when Tariq Nasheed, when that guy called him on the show, hey, Tariq, what about the AIPAC and the J's controlling everything? Hey, man, you're babbling, brother. The phone is breaking up. The phone is breaking up, brother. You're babbling. I'm going to have to let you go. I can't hear you because they know who runs shit. You're babbling, brother. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to cut you off. You're babbling. You're babbling, brother. Click it. Family, we lost that brother. He had bad internet. Bad internet. Go ahead, Joe.
And this was in Mississippi. And I didn't get any applause for it, but I told them from the stage, you all have to divorce yourself from AIPAC. You have to divorce AIPAC. Like that divorce needs to happen now. Because as long as AIPAC money is flowing into your coffers, you're never going to be truly free to tell the truth about our foreign policy.
She never said none of this. Now that she got a low budget podcast, she's trying to come back in black community. Never did she ever say this shit when she was on the mainstream media. Never said this shit up because she knew cats that run that network or you know what's right. So now she got a low budget podcast with a fucked up background back there with an old raggedy ass curtain. And we got about AIPAC. Lady, you was on TV for like 15 years and never came out your filthy, raggedy mouth. And so you can't come back to black people. You had no credit, but you do with the white liberals you got right there. But you can't come back to black people because you throw black people under the bus, lady. Now, all of a sudden, you found religion, and now you know what AIPAC is. You can go, Joe, I can have Joey go over 1 million videos of this chick show on mainstream media where she never mentioned AIPAC out of her raggedy mouth. But now she's so concerned about it. And who control? See, if you come to APEC, you can never tell the truth. Remember, she was. And I'm gonna show something. We're gonna show something real quick. Remember, she was going in for Kamala Harris. You know, Kamala Harris is backed by what? APEC. You can't run for nothing unless the Rothschilds got your stamp on your back. You do what you're told to do, right? But she never said, and we know they only on Twitter. So on TikTok, we're going to show these videos. She never mentioned nothing when she was telling you about for Kamala Harris, who's completely owned and controlled by APEC, just like Donald Trump, right? Never mentioned none of that. But now APEC is bad. We got to talk about APEC. Lady, your slip is showing because you're a phony. You handkerchief head Negroes, when they finally get rid of your ass, white power jettisons you. Now you want to start talking the truth with your goofy curtain behind you, your cheap background. You don't got the logos of MSNBC and all the flashy stuff of mainstream TV. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Coming in today, I'm Joy Reid on my show, NBC. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Vote for this and do that. You never mentioned no 8-pack then. Go ahead, Joey. Ain't gonna be down to 12.
It's not going to ever be acceptable, even to MAGA people, to spend American tax dollars for a genocide.
Right.
It's just not acceptable with
Right.
Bibi Netanyahu there. So the AIPAC thing is a big problem for me.
Right.
I like Hakeem Jeffries as a person.
I do too.
He's definitely a more effective leader than Schumer.
That's what I was gonna say.
By far, right?
Yeah. He whipped he can whip.
keep his caucus together.
He can whip. Schumer, no.
Yeah. And I think unlike Schumer, he's actually, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, he's teachable. Like, I think you can work with him. You can get him to where he needs to be. And the challenge with a House leader as opposed to a Senate leader, it's a little more complicated. It's why even when people were like, we need to replace Pelosi with a younger person, I wasn't for it. Because I'm like, a House leader is somewhat different. You have to, it's a much bigger caucus.
Right.
It's very much dependent on your ability to fundraise for other people.
She's a phony. You know, AIPAC controls Pelosi. She's talking about AIPAC. We don't see how they know most people are stupid. See, I read about Pelosi. Pelosi's in the damn pocket of AIPAC. She's just talking against AIPAC. But I really like Pelosi. Pelosi's brain dead. Pelosi's like, and put us up real quick. Let's just put us up. They say, how old is Nancy Pelosi, Joe? On Google. What's she like, 85? 82? I like, this lady's damn near brain dead. You know, they should be doing something like that.
85.
85 years old. This broad is saying, I really like Nancy. Nancy should have been, and she talks about AIPAC. Now, do this, Joe, because Google's not going to lie about that. At least say, does Nancy Pelosi get major funding from AIPAC? We know it's true. We know yes. So right there, she condescended her own argument. This lying ass broad. She can't remember what she said because she's a filthy liar.
While IPAC doesn't give money directly to candidates like Nancy Pelosi, she receives significant support from individuals and groups aligned with IPAC.
Okay, so, yes. But the answer is yes, Joe. And this broad knows it. But she's talking about going against AIPAC, then tells you I like Nancy Pelosi. You think she don't know that? That's why I told you these bootlicks are phony. This is kabuki theater. Nancy Pelosi controlled, owned by AIPAC. She's talking about, but she supposedly hates AIPAC. Then I want you type on TikTok real quick. We got how many minutes? We got to get out. We got about 50 more minutes. Cool. So type in your TikTok. Search say Joy Reid. Joy Reid. Joyreid. Joyreid. Joy Reid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joy Reid backs or supports. No, let's say support. Say supports. Supports Kamala Harris, who we know is controlled by AIPAC, Joby. She had no problem. See, when she's on a major network, she had no problem supporting Kamala Harris, right? But now she's talking about, AIPAC, to see, there you go. That's when she's on her major network. Go right there on the network. She had a cheap background back then with the goofy curtain. She had all the bells and whistles. Go ahead, look. She's on the big stage.
How flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic
flawlessly run campaign. She had Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. You know, I mean, she had every
I could give a fucking
prominent.
Queen Latifah. This moron endorses. Who cares? So this, but okay, that's what she's on. Rachel, I think they'd already fired her ass, but she's still backing Kamala Harris, who's bought and controlled by AIPAC. See, that's why she's trying to change her view up, because remember, they fired her ass and tossed her ass out. And once they fire these black people, unlike white people, they never get another job in mainstream media. Once they get rid of your nigga ass in mainstream media, you're out. Get your nigga ass out of here, right? So unlike white people who get another job at another mainstream media because they're white, this is it for her. So now she got to stay behind that goopy curtain. You know, AIPAC, she got to stay behind that raggedy curtain. AIPAC is a problem. You know, AIPAC can be a big problem here. You know, you can't really tell the truth if you got AIPAC. You didn't see her say this on this show here, Joe be showing the bells and whistles. She didn't say shit about no AIPAC when she's up there with all the fancy graphics and all that shit. Show. All that shit, the big stage. Nothing about AIPAC then. But now she's in a low budget office podcast. You know, AIPAC could be a problem. You gotta really, if you with AIPAC, you really can't tell the truth. You're gonna say it now when people don't give a shit what you're saying in your goopy home office, your home studio with your ugly curtain.
Celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swift. She had the Swifties. She had the Beehive.
All the Swifties, all this rapid nonsense. You know, she had the Swifties, she had the Beyonce bees, she had all kind of nigga shit she talking. And she had this not, but she doesn't put AIPAC in her filthy mouth. Go ahead, Joe. Keep going. Tell these people.
Have run a better campaign in that short period of time, and I think that's still true.
I'm trying to figure out. Flawless? I just really don't get that. There's no way Joy Reid just said she ran a flawless campaign. I have to go back because I've seen this clip and it just
because Joe Reid say whatever she was told to say. But she's a fake. Exactly. Well, no flawless campaign. That last Camilla campaign was a train wreck with that goofy Minnesota governor who's now being fired as the governor of Minnesota. That goofy Minnesota governor as a running mate, it was ran horribly, talking crazy, looking crazy, but she's paid by the powers to be. She ran a flawless campaign. She had the Swifties, she had the people that scratched their butt cheeks and everything else. But now she's back in a low budget studio with the fucked up curtain. Problem with AIPAC. Gotta tell the truth.
The Swifties and the bees.
It really struck me. I said, these people are delusional.
She's not delusional.
Flawless. They spent 1 point.
They're not delusional, moron. She's told to say what she's told to say. You ain't figured this out, that you've been propagandized? How old are you, nigga? You know you've been propagandized too? Joe Reid's a propagandist. That's what she was doing, and they're all propagandists, dude. They work for mainstream media. It's all lies. So it wasn't what it has to do with what she actually believed, what she's told to say. How old are you, stupid? You ain't figured out what propaganda is by now? Jesus Christ.
Excuse me.
Bless you, Joby.
And I think it's important to say that, you know,
it was truly comical at points. Joy Reid, for example, praised Kamala for running a quote-unquote flawless campaign. Watch.
Woman president, let alone a woman of color.
And this is another con man, right? This is another bought and paid for moron on the right. That's bought and paid for by Is Not Real, right? Another one, like he's fighting against her, and they both controlled by the same. See how Kabuki did? This motherfucker, the Joker just pulled up. It's so controlled by Is Not Real. It's crazy. Joe Reid probably give you a little more. We don't really know because you're mainstream media. This dude works for The Wire, which has completely been called out as the Mossad. Okay? These are facts. Okay? So you got him fighting against the other controlled Israeli thing. Joy Reid did this and blah, blah, blah. And it's controlled by the same hidden hand behind the scenes. Go ahead, Joe.
Just be clear, and nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign.
So people are saying that Joy Reid of MSNBC is catching backlash because she told Black people that they're going to look they're on the other side trying to vote for Trump when Kamala Harris is running for president. But did she lie? She sure didn't lie. If you're voting for Donald Trump, you're voting against your own interest.
And that's what Trump says. This is how you know probably she's old. This is an old Negro moron. She doesn't know the same thing, same people. And you see if Donald Trump, and she did not lie. See what Joy Reid said and blah, blah, blah. She's old and doesn't know how the world works. This is an old nigga here, right? This old nigga here. Doesn't know how the world works. She believes that Joy Reid and she believes Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are different, but they're controlled by the same AIPAC, same cats with the hats. You say she lied and blah, blah, told Black people this. She would have told Black people that because the cat said, hey, this is what you say, George. I'm on it, master. I'm on it. I got you. Go ahead and see what George talking about.
Boy, anticipating the election. Millions of Americans woke up Tuesday morning full of hope and joy, anticipating the election, finally, of America's first woman president. They put their faith in Vice President Kamala Harris to deliver not just the star-studded joy and the power of the culture from Beyonce to Taylor.
The power of the culture and the joy. Since you go all over the top with that shit, and Black people never identify with this Indian lady, right? The joy of the culture. What culture? Motherfucker going dabba dee dee dabba dooby dee dee. Indian culture? Dee dabba dooby dabba dee dabba doo. Dooby dabba dee dee dooby dee dee.
It's nini nani nini.
Yeah, but whatever. So
you gotta check that.
See, Joby know they ain't kids. Joby know the coach. You better not do. So what is Joke Reid talking about? What culture? She's not African. She's not Black American. She's not even Black Jamaican. What are you talking about? Because the people that control her, she just says crazy stuff. And now she's behind that goofy curtain, that low budget curtain. Now, AIPAC could be a problem. AIPAC could be a problem. I'm over here now with my goofy curtain. I got my goofy curtain now. I don't got no more. I'm not making the NBC dollars no more. I'm broke. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up in the game. I got no more $1 million contract, and I'm not gonna see another one. You'll never see Joy Reid ever again on no mainstream media ever. With no show. They'll bring in to talk some stupid shit. You say, what'd you say? Do you think AIPAC is bad? And you said it on your goofy podcast? I didn't believe that. You're gonna give me a job again? I'll say whatever you want me to say. You know I didn't believe that. That's a podcast. Come on. Go ahead, Joe.
Basically every star in Hollywood, plus the many memes and incredible digital content, but also the change that could make this multicultural democracy real and accessible and affordable to everyone. I mean, money for elder care and small businesses and child tax credits, what?
What?
But that is obviously not what happened.
What? But never talking about how this goopy, no good Indian broad was locking up Black people right, left, and center when she was the district attorney and also the attorney general of California. She kept Black men in prison longer than the sentences to do wildfires, so they would die. You had to go. So since you already done what you do, and you go out there and fight fires, I'm not even qualified to fight no fire. So what? Get your Black ass out there, right there, right? And then locking up people if they couldn't get their school, they couldn't afford to get their school. Get their kids to school because they had no money for the buses to put the child. So she was locking your ass up if your child missed school. But supposedly she knows the culture. The lady has no affinity to Black people. And then I'll put this up, Joey, real quick, since we're gonna type this up on TikTok. Say Kamala Harris says she's not gonna do nothing for just Black people. Say Kamala Harris says she's not gonna do anything just for Black people because she's not Black. Not gonna do anything for Black people. No. Okay, get that in your head. I'm not for you goopy niggas. But Joy Reid said, it's about the culture. The culture. She did something for the culture. She said that, told you. Okay, because I'm not going to do anything for Black people. No, I'm like, what? Get out of here. You crazy? For you niggas? That's not going to happen. Are you smoking dope?
Any policy that will benefit Black people
will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear.
I'm not going to do something for black people. No.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
Yeah, but
no.
I'm starting to believe that black men's favorite pastime is lying on black women, because Kamala Harris never said that she wasn't going to do anything for black men. How about you play the whole damn clip? Because this is what she actually said.
Discrimination that is not legal but still exists.
See, this is a gay man trying to cover up this shit. She said the whole interview is fake. Because you got some penis up in your mouth, you Negro.
God damn, let me go to the comments. Winding up. Shout out to everyone with us on the chat. Shout out to Robin S. Jabba, I saw you with a topic. Maybe you can bring it up on if Kate is gonna come back with a show tonight. He mentioned something here.
Top of the night, guys. Top of the night, we're gonna be talking about a coon. We're gonna talk about Corey Holcomb. If you guys seen this, you guys should see this at least on YouTube. I'm gonna have Joey showed up in the thing before we leave about Corey Holcomb and Anton, this other bootleg from Haiti, right? Talking black people need reparations because he's not one of us. Talking he's from Detroit. So if you guys didn't know, the 5150 Club had coon ass Anton Davis. What was that? Anton Davis, right? I'm gonna have Joey pull up on real quick before we leave. So Anton Davis he was on Corey Holcomb's show. And so him not understanding really black culture and him always kissing white people, no, he's a coon, he's a Candace Owens. That's why his numbers are big. He's a moron. Just talking crazy. He said, well, why should I get mad about the white men? The Africans sold other Africans. Africans in Africa sold us. They was no good there. Africans ain't no damn good. Africans sold other Africans to the white man in slavery. That's, his whole shtick. So you had the thing on the 5150 Club where Corey Holcomb turned and said, why you always got to kiss so much white ass? And this Anton Daniel says, look at you sucking white. I mean, you right now, Corey, you sucking black people's dicks. Didn't make any sense. Look at you sucking black people's dicks. And in black America, we don't get you invite anybody to your penis, it's on and popping. Furniture's about to be moving. Shit's about to happen. So he said, look at you, Corey, him being a goopy Haitian Negro. You understand? That's what I told you. Can't speak for black people. You don't know our culture, stupid. You can't put that in your mouth against another man. Talking about he's sucking dick. Anybody's dick. Okay? Black and non-black American society, you're going to be pushing furniture around here. So you told you're doing it right now. Corey, you sucking black people's dick. Look at you. He said, what, homie? I don't know what you're talking about, this dick sucking. I don't do no dick sucking. You're doing it right now. And so remember, Corey got up and moved his assistant over to the other thing and got next to him. I'm doing what? So it all went south. So you got your bodyguard here, nigga. You got your bodyguard here. It ain't gonna help you. He said, you got your bodyguard. I said, no, nigga, these are my people. I don't work with no bodyguard. These are my folks. These are my people, you scared ass nigga. Got a bodyguard. He said, all the time I got a bodyguard. He said, so it goes something. Let Joey read these comments. Joey, type up, Joey, before you read the comments, you go read, say Corey Holcomb. Say Corey, Corey, Holcomb. Goes in on Anton Daniels on his show. So this is what I'm gonna talk about. That we're gonna laugh tonight because the shit was funny. Cake ass. He could remember because Anton about a woman. He wanted to put on Corey Holcomb's show, and that goes, oh, you know this bitch. He brought this bitch in. This the pussy you gotta pay for, nigga. Go pay for your pussy. Bring some pride in time. I guess you get on the show too. No, nigga. Go ahead and pay for your pussy like you know you have to. Joey went on YouTube. Right?
Watch that, because that'll go bad. I don't do no
dick. Yeah, go
I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate. And local,
ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote
not. I'm a
are
coon.
ignorant as
And my
fuck.
white master said it's not. See, this is a coon ass nigga here. See, this what you got. This what we got Edward. This is a Haitian nigga here, right? This is a coon. They never fought for nothing. This is a coon. But go ahead, Joe. Keep it playing.
Yeah, voting is for suckers.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
People
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote, and
I'm
it's
gonna
so
show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents, we had Democratic presidents.
You're not even
we in
hearing
the
what I'm
same
saying.
joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if
It
it's
matters.
local.
It
I don't-
matters.
If you
It
vote,
absolutely matters.
that means you in line.
No, if you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your
That's what it
ancestors,
means.
your ancestors.
People's ancestors. These ain't see cosplaying. These ain't your ancestors, nigga. You ain't from here. These ain't your ancestors. See the cosplaying. You gotta get the cosplayers. Your ancestors who died. That ain't you. That wasn't your people. That's that Joy Reid shit. Keep going, Joe.
It's so funny to
didn't do it like this.
It's no,
because people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's
war. All sucker shit.
It's
going
a war
on.
every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
We
here.
need physical wars.
It's not. It's
Until
our
motherfuckers ready to
ignorance.
jump it off,
It's not.
we gonna always be talking. But see, real gladiators don't talk. Real
No, it's
gladiators make it happen.
I'll pass it forward it very
Fuck
quickly.
this shit.
I'm gonna give you
For you guys to catch it all the rest of it tonight.
Let's switch seats. Let's switch seats.
No.
Let's switch seats. Homie, I don't do no fucking shit. I'm a man. I don't do no fucking shit.
I
homie.
don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what,
now.
watch that sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no fucking
You say a
homie.
lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you go. Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no fucking shit. Don't put no fucking shit on me.
Anti-Davis Daniels the skip, but he started talking shit after the show. Yeah, Corey, no, I would have whipped his ass. I would have beat his ass.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
I don't do no fucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I'm
Also,
here to
remember,
have a
Corey don't want to go
conversation.
too far. Remember when Corey and them had that fight some years ago? Corey got sued when they knocked out the other comedian. When you guys remember when Zoe was on there? When Zoe Williams was on there, and the guy got to talking crazy, and Zoe got up and hit him with that 2-piece. Nigga talking to him here. What you doing up in here? And the guy said, whoa! And Corey said, man. And they tried to sue Corey. So Corey, I'm sure that little Mexican girl said, Corey, remember, don't, not on live stream. Remember happened last time 7 years ago? We got sued, thousands of dollars and stuff. Don't hit this little nigga here. Don't fuck him up.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where I left it from, but I also see Robin S. Karibu Sana in the building. I was saying we all know that this goes way deeper and earlier than Trump. This has been going on for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. We can really narrow this down to one man, not even a few men. And so see, Jiba says John Podesta, Anthony Weiner. Think he didn't complete the sentence, but also see Robin says Pizzagate is the reason they took irritated Jimmy
off YouTube. Yeah, because he's the yeah. Remember I had irritated Genie as a guest when they took him off. Remember they had all the new fake like the Tariq and them coming out because he was a real irritated Genie was a real. That's why he was going to Kenya. He'd always go to Kenya and teach the Kenya. These are your enemies, guys. You need to know who are you. And he always mentioned the cats. That's why he's off of also. They banned him everywhere. Like they don't do. Irritated Genie was knocked off of everything, YouTube everywhere, because he was the real deal, right? I agree with everything he said. Some things that with the goopy movement he had when, found out something happened with the they supposed to be sleeping with some of their members. When he got divorced, they were sleeping with some all kind of crazy shit was going on. But when I interviewed him, I said, yeah, brother, you mentioned the cats. None of these goopy Negroes talking about they fighting for justice. That's why you only heard Malcolm X talk. You ever heard no Martin Luther King mention no cats? Only Malcolm X did. Talk about the cats. I didn't know what he was talking about. Okay, now when you study more, oh, that's why he's talking about. Oh, he's on Facebook? I'm surprised. We're not even on Facebook no more. They took us off Facebook again. And once they took us off Instagram, our Instagram account was connected to our Facebook account. They just took down both accounts. But yeah, so yeah, that's why they took that. And irritated Jeannie was putting out there the truth. Like, hey, this is who's rolling you. It's the J's. It's the J. And Tariq the Sheep, brother, you're breaking up. Hey, Tariq, what about the J's? Brother, you're breaking up. Hello? I can't hear you. Go ahead.
Almost says all these celebrities are always getting caught with child porn and on their laptops.
Always.
Shout out to Aaron James as well. Jason Karibu once again. Aaron says Charlie Kirk's wife is a Rothschild. I think you read that. Said he's gonna send some videos, and it was Romania. And John Moscow says, I'm hearing California just implemented the death penalty to anyone that sexually assaults children under the age of 12. Nice. I hope it's working. And Jiba says Queen Latifah is the barometer of political intellect. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly what he's saying. Why would you say this no good goopy broad would be for anybody to follow? How is she the barometer? How is she the poster child? He's saying, Joby, for anybody to follow as being a political intellect. Are you kidding me? That's what Jimmy Jackson said.
KW Don nice to see you says Anton Daniels is not Haitian. He claims ADO's FBA. He doesn't believe in reparations. That's what
I don't believe no ADOS. No, they've been doing. I'm gonna have to go do his paperwork. I believe he's probably Haitian because he's too goofy. He's too goofy to be black. But we do got so many Black American traders too. We just got traders of black because nothing ever happens to them. They get to be contrary without getting fucked up. We're the only people, Black Americans and have not dealt with our traders. We're the only people that you can come amongst us and be traitors in our face and not get dealt with. Finally, even Torre is dealing with these trade. Once you trade, once you go outside the community and you're an open trader, you're supposed to be dealt with. You're supposed to be dealt with. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, those are all the comments. Usually, I think that's gonna come to the end of today's.
I'll be back on the night, guys. I'm just gonna do it from here. I'm not gonna do the whole camera. It'd be easy for me to do it right here on the computer. So I'm gonna come back on the night. It's gonna be, you already know the discussion gonna be about Anton Daniels and Corey Hawker. We do the whole thing. We're gonna break it down. It's gonna be a fun show for me to come back and to be it on a regular basis. So I'll be here tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. So I got to Monday. So
yeah.
Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's been with us throughout the week. Thank you to all the amazing new subscribers. In case you're new, remember to join us and, of course, come back for music conversation.
No new subscribers. These cats are taking away our subscribers.
They are taking our subscribers.
Big ass chunks. I'm looking at, you got 50, 60, 70 chunks. Taking away chunks of people.
Yeah, but at least our shows, they try with the numbers at least.
The numbers
this show
exactly. They haven't caught up with the black with
mine. I guess.
Yeah. They haven't caught up with, especially on the old Keith Newsom got taken down 4 years ago. That thing is getting numbers again. That's why. So that's how you know we've been shadow banned on our main channel. We got an old channel that they gave back because they ain't been dormant for 4 years, but it gets better views than this channel, our main channel. That's how you know it's all fake.
Yeah, but much love, family. Thank you so much once again. See you guys.
You guys tonight here, 9 o'clock Eastern. I'll be here. Excited.
Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. Peace, and we out.